Okay, good evening. This is Luke Thomas, Holmquist here at the Earthquake Forecast Center. It is 10:37 in the evening on Sunday, August 15th. No, Saturday, August 14th. Saturday, August 14th, 10:37 in the evening. Saturday, August 14th, 10:37. All right, we've had some strong earthquakes in the last 24 hours and a very strong earthquake in Haiti. Let's look at that real quick here. All right, here it is right here. A 7.2 earthquake. The last time they had a quake that strong was a 7.0 earthquake back on January 12th in the afternoon of 2010. It hit down here near Port-au-Prince. This one hit on the same fault line and is west of Port-au-Prince. And there it is, 7.2 earthquake. And we just recently had another a 5.8 just farther west than that quake there. 7.2 and a 5.8, and a bunch of aftershocks in that area as well. 7.2, and here's some news on that. Looks like at least 300 people have died, and I'm sure that number will go up. They're expecting about 1,000, at least 1,000 people. So that's terrible, terrible earthquake in Haiti. 7.2 earthquake west of Port-au-Prince. Here's the risk graph for that region, Puerto Rico. There was a maximum risk here late on the 13th into the 14th in the morning. The quake hit at about 4 in the morning. Let's see, I think it's about 4 in the morning. No, about 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning. And here's the Port-au-Prince, Haiti earthquake risk graph. And the risk was peaking in the afternoon at about 2 o'clock, but the quake hit in the morning at about 7:30 in the morning. So it hit before this peak. The most recent 5.8 earthquake hit on this spike in risk right here at the end of the 14th. And we still have another spike in risk at 3 o'clock in the morning on the 15th. So it looks like some more action, more quakes around Haiti and Port-au-Prince on the morning of the 15th as well, and then it gets quieter after that. All right, let's go to the other significant quake that happened. It was a 6.9. This is absolutely amazing how well this is working, these risk graphs. We had called for here's the forecast from yesterday and the one before that even. We had called for a 6.5 earthquake on the morning of the 14th. This is a few days ago. And then yesterday, this graph here came out, 6.5 is likely on the morning of the 14th. And I didn't mention at that time, but this graph, if you look at the actual data, it's 4 in the morning is when this risk peaks here in Anchorage, Alaska. The quake hit exactly at 4 o'clock in the morning. And you can see that right here, 6.9 earthquake. It hit at 11:57 UTC. And then you subtract 8 hours from that. So let's say that's 12 o'clock UTC, subtract 8. That's 4 o'clock in the morning. And the risk peaked at 4 o'clock in the morning exactly. So the quake hit exactly at the time the risk was peaking, reaching a peak there at 4 o'clock in the morning on the 14th. The quake 6.9 earthquake hit at that exact time. The next peak in risk in Anchorage, Alaska is on the morning of August 16th, when a 3.4 earthquake is likely in the morning of August 16th. Let's look at some of the other forecasts here. Bakersfield, California. We have a strong earthquake, a 5.0 to 6.0 earthquake is coming up on the 18th in Southern California. Coalinga forecast is for a 5.0 to 6.0 earthquake on the 18th in Coalinga. The most likely spot right now is down near the Salton Sea in Los Angeles, but we will know better when we get closer to that quake, expecting it on the 18th. Here's the forecast risk graph for where we expect it to hit is down near the Salton Sea and between San Diego and the Salton Sea there. 5.0 to 6.0 earthquake is likely on August 18th in the El Centro Salton Sea area. Here's another 44% risk on August 15th here. So watch for a big quake on August 18th in Southern California. And in Eureka, Northwest California, we also have a spike in risk here coming up on the 18th. 4.0 to 5.0 earthquake is likely in Northwest California near Eureka on the 18th. And Hawaii, we have a 3.5 possible on the 18th. And then Los Angeles, here's that really strong spike in risk on the 18th. 5.0 to 6.0 earthquake is likely in the Los Angeles to the Salton Sea area on the 18th. Reno, Nevada also has a spike in risk on the 18th when a 4.0 is possible at that time. Ridgecrest, which is in Southern California, has a spike in risk on the 18th. 5.0 to 6.0 is likely in Southern California, most likely near Los Angeles to the Salton Sea. Salt Lake City, 4.0 is possible on August 15th. San Diego, strong peak on the 18th. 5.0 to 6.0 earthquake is likely, most likely between San Diego and the Salton Sea or near Los Angeles as well. San Francisco, strong spike in risk on this, produced a 3.3 on the 12th here. This one could produce a 4.0 to 5.0 in the San Francisco area on August 18th. Santa Maria, August 18th as well, 5.0 to 6.0 in Southern California. And Seattle, Washington, a 4.0 is possible August 16th or 17th. You can check all these forecasts out over at quakeprediction.com. This is for Athens, Greece. We had a risk on the 11th, which produced a 4.4, 4.2 to 4.4 on the morning of the 11th. Now we have a spike, which is a stronger spike in risk on the morning of the 18th. Late on the 17th, morning of the 18th, a 5.5 or larger earthquake is likely near Athens on the 18th in the morning. And we mentioned the Caribbean down there, the Puerto Rico maxed out in the morning of the 14th when that quake hit in Port-au-Prince. And still pretty high risk in the morning of the 15th in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Of course, most likely west of Port-au-Prince where that other quake hit, the 7.2. Lima, Peru. 5.0 possible late on the 17th and a 5.5, very strong spike in risk on the 18th into the 19th in Lima, Peru. Taiwan, the risk is falling right now in Taiwan. However, we had a spike here, which produced a 4.6 just south of Taiwan and north of the Philippines. And let's take a look at the Indonesia forecast. And a 5.5 is possible on August 16th in the Jakarta, Philippines area. And in Japan, we still haven't got that strong earthquake. 7.0 is possible between Sendai and Tokyo. You can see this risk level right here. Here's Tokyo, here's Sendai. So right near Fukushima, we should get a strong earthquake. And this graph here says about a 7.0. Not sure if it'll be that big, but looking for a strong earthquake between Sendai and Tokyo during the next 24 hours, right there near Fukushima. Ibaraki is right here, so northeast of there, near Fukushima during the next 24 hours, looks like. Once more in Southern California, strong earthquake is likely on August 18th. Please let your friends and family know about that. Coming up in Southern California, most likely to hit at about 4 p.m. in the afternoon on August 18th in Southern California. If it hits near the Salton Sea, sometimes they hit a little bit sooner. So anytime in the morning of 18th through the afternoon of the 18th, look for a strong earthquake, 5.0 to 6.0 earthquake in Southern California. All right, thanks for joining us here tonight on August 14th on Saturday evening. We'll be back tomorrow, and most likely the quake in Japan will hit by then. We got the earthquake that we expected in the Anchorage area, which was southwest of Anchorage, 6.9 earthquake. We expected a 6.5. It was a 6.9, but it happened exactly according to the time that we had on the risk graph, which was 4 in the morning on the 14th. And the quake happened at 4 in the morning on the 14th. And of course, we'll have some aftershocks in west of Port-au-Prince, Haiti, during the next 12 to 24 hours as well. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night. God bless, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.